Hey guys, what's going on? HotSauceZee here for another update 6.2 video. This one is kind of the companion video to the one I made about the patch notes. This is an add-on that DICE did essentially to one of the community broadcasts where they talked more about, or they rather provided the data that we were wanting that shows the new BTK values for all of the weapons that they're changing for update 6.2. Some of y'all might remember a video that I made a few weeks back noting some of the meta weapons that I was seeing dominate my kill feeds. Well, I thought it would be a neat idea to come back and use the new charts DICE has provided us to compare those 5.2 meta weapons to their new values that are shown in the 6.2 charts. If you stay tuned past these comparisons that I'm about to run through, I'll do my overall takeaway on what 6.2's new balance is going to give Battlefield 5. So let's get started here and run through some of the weapons that I mentioned in that video a few weeks ago. I think we have to start with everybody's favorite, the Type 2A. This thing has been a monster ever since they released update 5.2. It's been overpowered and everybody's been complaining about it, so I wanted to kick off this video with the Type 2A. In update 6.2, the Type 2A is going to have a max of 10 bullets to kill at 75 plus meters, and a minimum of 5 bullets to kill at 0 to 10 meters. So the weapon is actually going to get stronger, but the recoil has been dialed up on it. The BTK values were 10 bullets to kill at 40 to 50 meters, and the minimum is actually still 5. In fact, for most of the guns, if not all of them that I'm about to mention, the new and old minimum between 5.2 and 6.2 are going to be the same. So keep that in mind as we talk about the next couple of weapons. Next up, we have the STG-44, which is another really popular gun in kill feeds in update 5.2. It's going to have a maximum of 7 bullets to kill beginning at 50 meters, and the minimum will be 4 bullets to kill at that close range. It's no longer going to require an 8th bullet to kill above 75 meters like it did in 5.2. Following the STG-44, we've got the M2 Carbine, which was a new gun that we just got around the launch of Solomon Islands. It's going to now have a max of 8 bullets to kill at 50 plus meters, and will no longer require a 9th bullet at that same range. Its minimum bullet to kill will be 5. Moving right along, we've got the Suomi and the Tommy gun, who use the same values, so we're just going to put them together here. There is going to be a max of 9 bullets to kill between these two guns, and that's going to begin at 75 meters plus, and a minimum of 4 bullets to kill at 0 to 10. The max was 10 bullets to kill starting at 50, so we've dropped that down a little bit, and in fact it's going to be the same minimum like I mentioned before. Next up, we have the M1907 SF. Its max in 6.2 is going to be 7 bullets to kill, beginning at 50 meters, and the minimum will be 4 bullets to kill at that super close range of 0 to 10. The max was at 10 bullets to kill at 75 plus meters, so it's actually dropped down in both value required and then also the distance, and the minimum is the same. Another one of the power SMGs here, we've got the Type 100, with its new max in 6.2 moving to 10 bullets to kill at 75 meters, and a minimum bullet to kill of 5 at that ultra close range. The max used to be 10 bullets to kill starting at 40 meters, so we're getting an additional 35 meters of where the damage is going to be a little bit stronger and it's going to require less bullets. Next up, we're going to jump over to the support class and talk about the bar. Now this one's a little bit different because it's got that high rate of fire mode and then the low rate of fire mode, and the numbers depend on what mode you're in. For 6.2, low and high are actually now both going to require 7 bullets to kill max at 50 plus meters. It used to be that the bar low rate of fire was 6 at all ranges, and the bar high was 9 bullets to kill starting at 50 plus meters, and 4 at 0 to 10. So it's changing a little bit there depending on what fire mode you are in. That wraps up the guns that I talked about in that last video, and now I wanted to jump into some honorable mention guns, the ones that have kind of been on people's mind and I think are worth mentioning here with the new balance coming with 6.2. Starting out, we have the FG42, which has kind of been the poster child of all of these changes for the past couple of months, starting when they dropped that balance in 5.0. Its new balance in 6.2 is going to be 7 bullets to kill max at 50 plus meters. It was 7 bullets to kill starting at 30 to 40 meters. So we're getting a little bit further range with that same 7 now, which is a lot better than the weakling that it was. Next up, I wanted to mention the Breda, which is the burst rifle that kind of got neglected once the new changes popped up in 5.2. Its new 6.2 max bullet to kill will be 5 at only 30 meters. So this thing's going to be a lot more lethal, a lot closer. In 5.2, it required a 6th bullet starting at 50 meters, but now it no longer requires that 6th bullet in 6.2, and it's pretty much 5 across the board except for the very close ranges where you're actually only going to need 4 bullets to kill. I thought I would go ahead and mention the trench carbine and similarly the P08 carbine, though its numbers are a little bit different in this video because they got hit pretty hard with the changes. Their new minimum, or the trench carbine specifically, its new minimum bullet to kill at 0 to 10 meters will be 3 bullets. Its max bullets to kill will be 8 at 100 plus meters, so it takes a while to finally get up to that 8th bullet. It used to be 8 at 50 meters, which is a huge difference, and then it actually required a 9th bullet at 75 plus, and the minimum was 4. So this thing is getting a pretty good little buff to give it a little more oomph once again. Lastly here, I wanted to talk about the favorite M1 Garand. And this one depends a little bit on if you've got just the standard rifle or if you've got it spec'd to have that heavy load. The new standard max will be 6 bullets to kill at 100 plus meters, and the new heavy will have a max of 5 bullets to kill at 100 plus meters. The standard max in 5.2 was 5 bullets to kill starting at 50 plus meters, and there was no 6th bullet. And the heavy max was 4 bullets to kill at 40 plus meters. So if you look at that, that's actually a nerf to damage at extreme ranges for the M1 Garand, but the new standard minimum in 6.2 is moving to 3 bullets to kill at 0 to 50 meters. The new heavy minimum is 3 bullets to kill 0 all the way to 100 meters, and the standard minimum was 3 bullets to kill at 0 to 30 meters, and the heavy minimum was 3 bullets to kill at 0 to 50 meters. So that minimum BTK is actually going to stretch out and reach a lot further distance, and then the damage is going to drop off pretty sharply at the end. So it's actually a pretty balanced change. It is getting nerfed at that distance, but you're staying stronger longer. So I wanted to go ahead and touch on that one because I know this weapon is a lot of people's favorites, and it's one that a lot of people were looking forward to seeing what the changes were going to be in 6.2. So as promised, I said I was going to do an overall takeaway here at the end. So if I had to simplify it all, I'd say this. SMGs are going to stay the high rate of fire monsters they are and really already were before 5.2, but DICE says that weapons like the 2A will see a recoil jump. Automatic rifles in the other classes are seeing similar changes. Semi-automatic rifles in the assault class are going to feel stronger again, but really begin to taper off at the extreme ranges. The semi-automatic snipers have not actually been changed between 5.2.2 and 6.2. Bolt actions will remain unchanged as they have throughout all of this process the last 3 months, but they're going to see that muzzle velocity increase I talked about in the patch notes video to help them be the champs of those ranges where the assault class and the semi-autos begin to drop off. Overall, this update is actually exactly what DICE said they were going to do. It's a revert to 5.0 essentially, but with a few more BTK around that 75 plus meter range, pretty much across the board. Anyways, what do you guys think? Are you pleased with the balance this update is going to bring? I know I'm looking forward to jumping back in with the assault class's semi-auto rifles and going to work, but does this bring back those concerns of the assault class being far too powerful again? I guess we'll just have to see. Really hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support, as YouTube is huge on engagement and watch time being critical factors for growth. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. This has been HotSauceZee, and I'll see you on the battlefield Thursday for update 6.2.